to 3. That was quite a big score there. And then beat Ranvier of France 15-9 before reaching the podium by beating the 19-year-old upstart from the United States, Xander Rhodes, 15-6. As we said, Sinigalia in the round of 64 scored a huge upset. Not only was it a huge upset, it was 15-1. And I spoke to Stefano Cerioni of Italy. I said, what happened there? And she goes, it was just a strange bout, a strange day. And then Sinigalia went on to beat Berthier of France 15-4. Cipressa, another countrymate of Italy, 15-9. And then Sauer of Germany, 15-14. And it should be known that, as we get started here, Sinigalia just made it. She was up 14-10 against Sauer. It looked like the bout was over. And Yogi Berra once said, it ain't over till it's over. And it wasn't, because Sauer tied it up 14-14, and then somehow Sinigalia pulled a rabbit out of her hat to win 15-14. Here we go. Azuma with a straight attack right in the middle of the piece. The piece that you're looking at there is 14 meters long by 1.5 meters wide. Attack from the left, and immediately Azuma is asking for a video review. The fencers get 2 video reviews. If the referee reverses the call, the fencer gets to keep the review and use it again. If not, they lose it. So the referee said attack from the left. Let's take a look at it. Hard to see from that angle. It's very close. So many of these actions are. That's the beauty of the video replay, one of the great institutions in the sport of fencing, because the actions happen so quickly, and this is sort of the safety valve in case the referee makes a mistake or isn't sure. Referee comes back with the call. He's changing it. So it's attack from the right for Azuma. She got it right. She's up 2-0, and she still has 2 reviews left. Attack from the left is no. Sinigalia missed. The light didn't go on. The counterattack from Azuma scores. Quickly a 3-0 lead. We've seen so far Azuma many times has been taking the blade, beating Sinigalia's blade. That would give her the right of way to make the attack. Again, taking the blade on the preparation. Good in finding the referee called halt. The reason Azuma likes to take the blade, she's shorter than Sinigalia. In order to get into her distance, that's one of the tactics to do it, quicker footwork or by taking the blade. Attack from the left is off target. Again, the beat from Azuma beat attacks off target. When you see the white light, that means it hit off the electric jacket. You have to hit on the electric jacket. If you hit on the leg or the arm, you see there, that's like a foul ball. It doesn't count. There, Azuma missed on the attack. Sinigalia scored on the counterattack. Referee says if attack premier, no. So that means the attack from the left from Sinigalia was short or it missed. And when it misses, that gives Azuma the chance to make her new attack. Watch on the left. Well, from that angle, it looked like it was a beat attack from the left that hit. Let's see what the referee says. These bouts go to 15. There are 3 3-minute periods with a 1-minute break in between. If at the end of these 9 minutes, the score doesn't go to 15, the fencer in the lead is the winner. If it's tied, they go to a 1-minute sudden death overtime. Referee maintains the original call. It was hard for us to see on the replay because we were a little bit too close. There's an attack from Azuma without taking the blade. Just she was quicker on the feet. She did an advanced lunge. Counter riposte from Azuma off target. She's controlling the dance so far. Now this was what happened. There's 2 beats of the blade, but the referee says both of them were Azuma. She made 1 beat and then a 2nd beat, which maintained the right of way. Azuma's attack was short. Senigalia pulled distance, retreated just enough to make the attack short, and then she made her riposte, or her new action, scored her 2nd touch. Senigalia was marching forward there with no real intent, and Azuma saw an opening and made an attack, but she hit off target on the leg. Parry, riposte is off target. Try to watch the fencer's arm and the blade going towards the opponent's target, threatening the opponent's valid target. That determines the attack, not the legs, it's the arm. Attack from the left is off target. So, Senigalia saw an opening, made an attack, but Azuma was waiting for it with a parry on the inside part of the target, the 4 parry, and she made the riposte, which was quite easy. There's a nice attack by Senigalia to the flank under the arm of Azuma, but she hit underneath the electric jacket, so it was off target, no touch. Senigalia caught flat-footed there. Azuma had an opening, but she hit off target. Attack from Azuma is parried. The riposte by Senigalia is no or parried, counter-parried by Azuma, who scored a beautiful counter riposte. Look, oh my, a beautiful shot. Attack from the left off target. So we're about to head into the minute break here with an 8-2 lead for Azuma, and that's indicative of how the first period went. She has controlled the distance, the timing. She's been taking the blade. I would say at this stage of the game, if in order for Senigalia to get back into the bout, she has to obviously change some tactics. She has to either provoke Azuma to attack in preparation and try to make her own parry riposte, or she has to do some, just maybe some long attacks, or maybe try to push Azuma back to her end of the piece, because once you're back at the end of the piece, you have to guess a little bit. You run out of options. But up until now, one fencer here has controlled the bout, and it's been Azuma, who's talking to her coach right now. And Senigalia is getting advice from her coach, Giovanna Trulini. And Trulini knows a little bit about fencing because she's the 1992 Olympic champion. Taking the magic elixir there, hopefully gives her a little bit of energy to pick up the pace here. We're ready to start the second period. I looked for Senigalia to pick up the footwork tempo. So just try to press Azuma a little bit. She's too comfortable. Need to make her uncomfortable. Make her react. Like that. Straight attack. Okay, so you can see Senegalia's changing it up a little bit. Those are false attacks. The first one was not, but those were false attacks. Maybe trying second intention like this, but she got nailed with a riposte. I think it's a good tactical change for Senigalia. Let's see what else she can incorporate into that change. Wow, it's a counter riposte by Azuma. So it is clear that Senigalia has to stay away from that infighting because Azuma has hit 2 of these counter ripostes, maybe 3. She's really good at infighting. She has a clear advantage on the infighting right now. All right, well, this time Senigalia got the riposte off target, but I don't think she should keep going back to that well. That's a better tactic. Now what she's done, Senigalia, is pushed Azuma back a little bit to her end of the piece, not all the way. That's good attack and preparation. She's changed her tempo here. It's a different tempo. She was sort of reactionary in the first period. This period, she's making Azuma react. The riposte from the right was no, and the remise, or the second action from Senigalia, scored. Now, Azuma's eyes were the size of grapefruits there when she made that parry, but she just wasn't able to make the riposte. Again, Senigalia is barking up the wrong tree if she's going to try for infighting because she's been out-battled the entire bout so far. Longer distance is better for her. There you could see Kora Kora, which means body contact. It's not a penalty, it just stops the action. Well, again with the infighting, sort of like boxing there, and one of the boxers has an advantage, Azuma. That time she hit off target. And in the second period, that's the first attack we've seen from Azuma. So maybe she says, I'm tired of reacting. It's time for me to get back to action here. Got him marching, stalking her opponent, and scoring with that slow action. Her arm started first. The referee gave her the touch. Attack from the left again. So that's 2 in a row. Senigalia quicker off the mark there. Azuma straightening the blade. Let's watch. Senegalia's point was moving first towards Azuma's target. That's what determines the right of way. Okay, Senigalia saw another opening and tried, but this time Azuma parried. Azuma's target just disappears when Senigalia gets close in that infighting. She takes the blade and it's just like there's nowhere to hit. Wow! An explosive beat attack from Azuma. First attack from the left was no, the light didn't go on, and then Azuma had the right of way and she made her attack off target. Now Azuma clearly attacked in preparation, but the light didn't go on, so nothing, there was no touch. At the beginning of the second period, Azuma just was reacting. sort of like saying, okay, I got the lead 8-2. Let's see what she's going to do, which I don't think is always the right thing to do. If you're up 8-2, continue to do what you're doing. And it took her a couple touches to realize I'm going to go back to what I did in the first period. And she's picked up her footwork pace again, and she's a little quicker. Little bend there in Senegalia's blade. You're allowed to only have 1 centimeter of bend. That's a beat attack from the left. It's just a counter attack from Azuma. She's asking for a replay, but at first blush to me that looked like the attack from the left. But let's see what happens. Here's the replay. Beat, attack. Now on the left, sometimes both fencers took the blade. And the rule is very clear. If both fencers take the blade at the same time, the referee determines one of them initiated, their arm was moving first to take the blade, that fencer gets the right of way. Even if, let's see what the ref says. He's changing it. So he's not saying that Azuma took the blade. He's saying that the first action missed. Let's put it this way. There's been a lot of infighting. Senegalia has scored 0 touches. Azuma has scored 2 or 3. So Senegalia should stay away from that infighting. And of course, as I say that, she makes a counter riposte. Good timing on that call, Jeff. Okay. Now the referee has reversed 2 calls in this bout, and that's fine. The objective at the end, attack from the right off target, is to get it right. But as a longtime referee, I could say that when you see an action and you think you got it right and you see in the video you got it wrong, it has to shake you up just a little bit. Even if you're one of the best in the world, when you have to reverse a call. The referees want to get it right for the fencers. It's not about their own ego, but still it has to shake them a little bit. That's a slow but correct attack by Senegalia. That's just an out-of-time counterattack from Azuma. And it's getting a little bit closer here at 12-8. Attack from Azuma. Watch on the right. Watch her hand. You can see it's her attack. Well, it's only 1 light, but she started. Attack from Senegalia hit the arm off target. Another off target. Attack from the left is off target. So that's 3 in a row. There was a counter riposte from Azuma. Again, she scored on the last one, did Senegalia in the infighting, but overall it's been a losing tactic. That looks like a riposte from the right. The referee is going to look at the replay just to be sure before he makes the call. Neither fencer requested this review. The referees are allowed to do that, and it's good to do that if you're not sure. Let's see who takes the blade. Well, it looks like a counter 6 action from the right. The referee called it the other way. The referee says attack from the left. Azuma and her coach, Frank Baudin, both at the same time jumped up and said they wanted a replay. The coach isn't allowed to ask, but the referee knows when the coach jumps out of his seat. Still, the fencer has to ask. Taking a good long look at this. When they take a quick look, that means they're not changing the call. When they take a good long look, that means there's a reasonable chance they will change the call. Here comes the decision.
C'est attaque de gauche, touche, point. You are late. Regarde.
Attack from the left. Not over yet.
Prêt. Allez. Ah, l'attaque, voilà.
Beat attack from the left, off target.
Prêt. Allez. Halt. Minute. Minute.
The referee called halt because time has run out in the second period. So what was 8-2 after the first is now 14-10. Senigalia has no room for error. Azuma maybe can afford to lose one touch, maybe, or two. I would say at this point, Senigalia has no option but to push and force the action here with Azuma. It doesn't have to go crazy, but has to be the aggressor, has to be the provocateur. When Azuma scored the 14th touch, it looked like she was trying to end it very quickly. She exploded down the piste, but was a little bit short. And you wonder if she'll try that again or not. See, that was the action where it looked like it was a counter six taking of the blade from the right. But what really happened was that Senigalia, it was hard to see from the angle we were at. They both took the blade at the same time, and the referee determined that Senigalia on the left had initiated. Very close. It's a tie, basically. And it's determined in the sport of fencing when it's a tie like that, and you want to break the tie, what breaks it is the fencer who initiated the action.
Regarde. Prêt. Allez. Halte, la remise de gauche, nous voilà. Regarde. Prêt. Allez. Halte, attaque, nous voilà. Regarde. Prêt. Allez. L'attaque parade, la réponse non.
Senigalia got away with one there. She was parried and she was in trouble, and Azuma missed on the riposte. Senigalia made the remise. Attack from the right off target. Senigalia not asking for a review.
Regarde. Prêt. Allez. Attaque, bon voilà. Regarde. Prêt. Allez. L'attaque au fer touche.
Wow. So Azuma took a risk on as Senigalia attacked. Azuma looked for the parry, didn't find it. Senigalia went around it, disengaged, and scored.
Allez.
Okay, so the referee says attack from the left off target. And Azuma's body language immediately was the first attack was short. Let's watch. It's hard to see from there. We didn't see the whole, we couldn't get the full flavor of the action there. So there's, oh, they come back right away. This call will not change. It was they looked at it for 2 seconds. Attack off target. Azuma not able to close it out yet. She was up 14-10. I like the strategy by Senigalia pushing Azuma all the way down to the end of her piste, side of the piste. Azuma was short, and then she was almost in second intention, waiting for Senegalia's riposte to make a counter riposte, but wasn't able to get it. Attack from the right, and there's your winner. Azuma Serra, she's the first fencer to make it to the gold medal bout. And congratulations to her and to Senigalia, who had a really great ride today. And she's made the podium and is one of the bronze medalists. Congratulations to both fencers. So that was a battle between the number 10 ranked Azuma and the number 49 ranked Senegalia. And with all due respect to both of them, it was a great bout, and they're great fencers. But the next bout, we're going to see the number 3 ranked former world champion Volpi of Italy against the number 1 ranked and defending Olympic champion Lee Kiefer.